Straight up, the problem is Embiid. Just straight the fuck up. It's really weird to me that Embiid will do all these crazy diving plays and then doesn't run the floor. So let's just get into this video. This is something I'm pretty sure I'm going to agree with Jen on. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. And let me just show, yes, I am subscribed to Jet. Now that my setup is not in complete shambles. And make sure you guys go and sub and like Jet stuff, man. I really fuck with Jeff Teague. I really do. I think what he's doing with all his podcasts and stuff, A+, man. I think it's the best show, podcast, entertainment, content creation any ex-NBA player is doing. You know, these guys got it. B-Hen, shout out to him too. Funny guy. Honey Pack Hen. And DJ Wells, of course. Before I even get into this shit, guys, life is never just straight up, alright? It's going to have ups and downs. There are going to be some really good ups, and there are going to be some really shitty downs. We just got to keep it moving. And if it's something we truly care about, and we believe in ourselves, and we have evidence, and have proven to ourselves that it's a realistic possibility, then we got to keep moving towards it, alright? Straight up, it is what it is. And yeah, that doesn't mean don't feel bad, because we got to all feel our emotions. Don't let those emotions control you. Feel them, and then you dictate how you want to move after. As always, this video will be linked in the description, and I am going to paraphrase what I hear and react to that. Not going to show their video. Steal their content is really what it is. So yeah, you guys, if you're interested in what I say, make sure you go check them out, alright? Okay, so they all say they don't like the Sixers play. It's frustrating, it's boring, and I agree with Embiid. It is. The comment DJ Wells made said Tyrese Maxey is playing rec ball out there, shooting as much as he wants. He is shooting almost as much as he wants, although he's really changed that recently. He's been taking far less threes as he was earlier in the season, and he's been much more of a distributor when Embiid is out. And that is the fucking problem. Everything they said is right when Embiid plays. When Embiid is out and they have Yabu or anybody else playing the center, even Bona, guys, Adam Bona, a rookie, who nobody knows. I guarantee you guys don't know him. Those guys, they play with energy. And this Sixers team, you know, let's show the wins. Okay, so this is StatMuse Sixers without Embiid. Is it StatMuse is iffy with stuff like this, okay? But I'm pretty sure this is correct. Close game versus the Heat. This was without Maxey as well, okay? So, yes, they should have won that. Paul George had his worst shooting game of the season, and people are freaking about it. Oh, 18 points per game, 18 podcast, or some shit like that. Leave Paul George alone, you assholes. He's the third option. The one game he was the one option, he had an off night versus one of the best defenses in the league in the Nets and Zaire Williams. Casual takes, casuals getting mad. Unfortunately, casuals hate, and it sucks. Paul George does not deserve that. So, this game versus Boston. Let's just check this out real quick. 8-point game versus Celtics. Maxey, no Paul George. This was a really good, fun game to watch. And the Celtics were losing most of this game. Let's see if we can see. Yeah. This was crazy. This fourth quarter. Crazy turnaround. But the Sixers were winning the majority of this game. This was a great watch. Boston was actually the team that Jet was talking about. When the Sixers have Embiid, it's just hard to watch Boston play sometimes. When they go solo ISO loser ball, it's really hard to watch. And they were on pure bullshit until the fourth quarter. Ugh. Yucky game. But the Sixers were great to watch this game. Yeah, Lowry, Jackson were hitting. Adam Bona. Wow, that's a crazy 8-man rotation. You guys see the minutes here. But that illustrates my point perfectly. The Sixers are only boring to watch when Embiid is on the floor. Took the Nuggets within a 3-point game right here. You're going to tell me this was boring ball? No, it wasn't. This was great ball. Maxi put up 42. I believe it was Maxi versus Jamal here. Yeah, Maxi, Jamal, Joker, Michael, MPJ even played very well. It took MPJ. Wow, the Nuggets shot lights out. Let's see if we can just see a quick field goal percentage summary. Yeah, 65%, 66% field goal percentage for the Nuggets to beat them. That's crazy. And they only won by 3. That's so crazy. This went to overtime, I believe. Whatever. You guys can go look it up yourself. If I remember correctly, it did go to overtime. So now let's go and look. The Kings, they actually beat the Kings. This is without Swipa, I want to say. Yeah, no Swipa for the Kings. No, they did. They even had Swipa in this one. This was an excellent win. I can't remember exactly what happened with oh yeah, Keon had a really bad shooting night, and it's one of those things like Keon and Keegan and Malik and Swipa. You guys are all off from 3. Stop taking threes. Jesus Christ. You do not have to shoot 3-pointers, guys. But the Kings were already in turmoil. I'm pretty sure the entire team knew that Swipa was going to get traded at that point. Lakers beat them, beat the Bulls, beat the Cavs. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. This is no Embiid, too, I believe. Yeah, beat the Cavs without Joe Embiid. So, yeah, the problem is Embiid, you guys. Straight up, the problem is Embiid. Just straight the fuck up. Okay, and Jet just said, Embiid, when he's not healthy, I hate watching him because he stands at the top of the key. You guys know I've made several videos about it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to speculate, but it's really weird to me that Embiid will do all these crazy diving plays and then doesn't run the floor. It is very, very... I don't understand it. It makes zero sense. It's illogical. And this is exactly what I have been saying, you guys.
Let him sit out, bro.
Yeah.
He not getting on that block and giving out like them post moves. Like he shoot a
Foul
jumper,
baiting, bro.
yeah, foul bait. When he not healthy, bro, they just need to let him sit out, bro.
Yeah.
He not getting on that block and give.
It's really what it is. If he's not healthy, like, there was a report that came out that said he needs another surgery. Why are they putting it back? So next season goes up in smoke too? Go get the surgery now and be as healthy as possible for next season. Guys, I truly don't understand what the Sixers are doing. Behan brings up McCain. Obviously, it'd be great to see McCain. I would point out, you guys, this young man right here, Justin Edwards. He's an excellent player. Especially, he is NBA ready already for a young guy. And he was been able to step right into like 40 minutes a night on several occasions and play good ball, winning ball. Okay, not there. I believe it was this game where Buddy popped off. Nearly played the entire game. This is NBA basketball. This is the definition of a pro, definition of an excellent role player who you want on your team all the time. I love Ricky Council. I love watching him play. He is so athletic and he's very tall. He's a really fun watch. Definitely very raw, but the potential is there. Yabu, I absolutely love Yabu playing. Very skilled big man that gets no love, plays with effort every night. Same with Oubre. If you guys saw Oubre get into a scuffle with Embiid called Oubre out for effort when Embiid was literally just walking up and down the court, and one play Embiid tries on and then he gets mad at Kelly. It's crazy. Joe Embiid is a problem. The Sixers, as soon as that Ben Simmons stuff happened, where Embiid and the Doc Rivers both called him out publicly, it just like, that was a turning point for the Sixers and for Embiid, where we knew their character. We knew what they stood for. And Embiid is just going to blame others. That's all he's going to do. He's going to foul bait and score points and then blame others. He's not going to give a shit on defense and blame others. that is a loser. Not even losing basketball player. That's a fucking loser. You know what a leader does? A leader says, yeah, man, it's on me. I need to be better. I will be better. Follow me, guys. I'm going to put in this work. You put in this work too. That's what a true leader does. And especially with the Ben Simmons shit, like blaming that on the loss on a single play. How ignorant do you have to be, Embiid and Doc Rivers both? It's truly pathetic, you guys. Truly, truly, truly pathetic. Especially if you remember, they were doing hack of Ben Simmons, and it really fucked up his confidence. So it's really understandable. He didn't want to shoot and wanted to pass away the ball. So you know what you do as a leader there? If I was Joel Embiid, I would say, nah, I should have been better. That play shouldn't have mattered because I should have put us in a better position. And even then, yes, Ben Simmons, it is not his fault. Because you know what putting fouls on the enemy players does? It takes them out of the game. That is a huge net positive. I don't care about the free throws. I know Ben is capable of making those free throws, and he will get there. But he's not there right now, and that's okay. I believe in him fully, and I will be better, and I know we can win with the team we got right now. That is what a leader would say, and that is how a leader wins. Joel Embiid, those words, that way of thinking has never once been in his mind. All he does is put out blame. Not my fault, not my fault, not my fault. And it's bullshit. And we see it, like, we both see it in how he talks, his availability, and how he plays on the court. He just wants the spotlight on him, and that's it. And that's why he does all these dangerous diving plays while he can't even run up and down the court, is because he wants the highlights. He wants the spotlight. He wants people talking about him. He's a loser. Straight up. And it's unfortunate because everybody else on this team, including Paul George, they are winners. They play so hard. And, I mean, we just saw how many good wins they've had without Embiid. And yes, they've lost a lot. If you're missing a Supermax player, you're going to be missing a lot. A whole lot. And you're going to be losing a lot. It's a Supermax fucking player. And yeah, this was really bad. So what Jet and Behan were talking about was basically this stretch right here. I remember it. I don't even need to look. Maxey he was playing rec ball on the court. However, it very, very clearly changed these last 8 games. Maxey has been a winning player, an MVP candidate. So DJ just asked if they could trade Embiid. I really pretty sure I made a video about it, but I was very adamant the Sixers should have traded Embiid at the trade deadline.
He got that knee. When you come out and say shit like, I need a real surgery on my knee because this don't make no sense. Nobody trading for that shit. You just see what they did for Mark Williams.
Great point by Jet right there. Great point. And it's true. And again, I have no idea how Embiid comes out and says he needs a surgery and then doesn't get it. And just hurts his team. He's truly a negative to the team. It makes no sense, you guys. And exactly like I said in my recent shorts, let him have surgery. Let him get fully healthy. That's the only thing. That is the most important thing for the Sixers' entire franchise. And yet they aren't. Again, like I just talked about how horrible the entire franchise is. Here's another shining example. And Jet brings up another great point. Maxey's and any player, when Giannis goes out, Dame is now the guy, the star. Everything revolves around Dame. Same with Maxey. When Embiid's out, everything revolves around Maxey. And when Embiid comes back, Nick Nurse, the entire organization, they want Embiid to be the guy when he shouldn't. Maxey is a better player than Joel Embiid at this point in Embiid's career. You cannot argue against it. If you do, you're stuck in the past. And you just haven't been watching basketball in the last 3 years, to be honest. And the Dame and Giannis thing is very interesting because even though they are such different players in every single aspect, they should synergize so well together, but they just don't, guys. I don't understand. I wish I could have an answer to explain. They just don't work together. The explanation is just watching all of their time playing together. I wish I could give a better answer. It's like, oh no, it's just this one thing they need to do different. No. At least from what I've seen, it hasn't been anything that I can point to like that. All right, so Behan just called the Hornets one of the worst basketball teams he's ever seen, and without LaMelo and B Miller, he's 100% right. And even just without LaMelo, I mean, you guys, I just made that video. They have a single win without LaMelo Ball, 1 win, 18 losses. What I really don't understand is like how they're saying this, and then they say Ja is more of a leader and more of a winning player than LaMelo. When a team is 1-18 without a player, and then when the Grizzlies win 65% of their games without a player and 69% with that player, I don't understand how you're gonna say that player is more important, bro. Especially considering Jatavius' play this season, it's so shitty too, because Jatavius came out this season and he was wow. He was an MVP candidate, not because of his scoring, how he was playing the game, his mental aspect. And that is just gone. I don't know what the fuck has happened to Jatavius since the season has gone on, but he is, bro. I'm very disappointed in him because people don't talk about this. His basketball IQ is one of the highest in the league. I would say it's top 5 might be hard, top 10 for sure, without a doubt. Ja understands the game so well, you guys, and it just makes like he's just so emotionally charged right now, and his emotions are controlling him. It's kind of funny. I made the intro about not letting your emotions control you, and then this comes up. That was not planned at all. It's just, hey, that's the way life goes sometimes. But yeah, Ja, he just needs to. It's always been a mental thing with Ja. Let's be honest. You know, the injuries and the mental and actions resulting from mental. Okay, and I want to react to the old heads now. This is KG and Paul Pierce. Okay, so both of them say the Sixers are horrible, hard to watch, and agreed. And Paul Pierce says, trade Embiid, give him some fresh air. Trade him for sure. I mean, I don't know. Like Jet said, there's no team that's going to pay anything close to what he's worth. They might be able to get a single random first-round pick for Embiid, considering now the knee surgery looming and the constant injury issues, guys. Nobody's going to pay anything for him. I love it. Paul Pierce said, it's Max's team, build around him. Thank you, Paul Pierce. Thank you for actually watching basketball. Thank you. Okay, and KG just asked, you like PG there? And Pierce says, you're stuck with him. Dude, this narrative that Paul George has just fallen off the face of the earth is truly insane. It's just so much hatred for no reason, you guys. People just don't watch. Paul George is the third option at best when Embiid and Maxey are healthy on a brand new team, while he is used to playing the 1 or 2 fiddle. And with the Clippers, since Kawhi was out so much, he was the guy there. You don't just fall off the face of the earth like that. He's in a new role, and he's doing great in his new role. As a defender and team captain alone, veteran presence, I should say, Maxey is for sure the team captain. But as a veteran presence, he's vital to the Sixers team. And I guarantee you, the Sixers would not be doing as well as they have these last 10 games without Paul George being there as a presence and helping these guys out. If you guys would just watch the games, you will see Paul George talking to these young cats so much, explaining things, helping them, literally coaching them. And his defense is still one of the best in the league. I talk about basketball IQ. Paul George has one of the highest basketball IQs in the league. He probably is top 5, especially if we talk about defense and what to do when a defense gets broken down. I can't think of a single player better than Paul George in those circumstances. He can, if he has to, he can play in the center until help comes. He can play 1 through 5 on defense if he has to. There just aren't that many players like him. And talk about his shooting. He's cold. He's had a few game winners this year already. The Paul George hatred just needs to stop. It's so sad, man. Okay. Pierce he said, I don't know, this isn't serious. You know, he's just putting shit out there. And beat for Zion. I mean, I would do that I don't. I wouldn't do that. Zion is not a winning player. He does not give a shit. If Zion only cared about winning, for sure, obviously, oh my god. If Zion ever decides he really cares about basketball, he's one of the best players in the league immediately. But that's not going to happen. And Paul Pierce, same thing we're all saying. Why are you playing if you're not healthy? Why? And he said, just get back to 100%. And he brings up a very good point about the Olympics. Why the fuck was Embiid playing in the Olympics if his knee wasn't right? And guys, these are questions that a billion-dollar organization should already have answered and already have preventatively addressed. The fact that we're at this point again just further illustrates the incompetence of the Philadelphia front office, the entire franchise. They're incompetent. Yeah, and Pierce just says, you played in the Olympics and wasn't ready to start the season, health-wise. And who knows? I mean, he wasn't. Embiid, I'm pretty sure he missed the first game, right? It doesn't matter. He's missed more games. He's missed the entire season, basically. Okay, and they just said get right again. Get stronger, which I do not do. Embiid should lean down as much as possible. If his knee, people are telling me in his comments, his knee is going to be a problem forever. I have not read a single thing about that. Obviously, it's not going to be fully healthy like it was when he first got in. But you just minimize consistent impacts. You know how you do that? Or minimize the damage resulting from consistent impacts of just playing on the hardwood. You lose weight. It's really that simple. And stop fucking diving. For the love of God, stop doing dangerous shit. One possession is not worth you being injured, Embiid. I don't care. I don't care. Unless it's in the NBA Finals, and even then, unless it's Game 7, the game deciding play, I don't want you doing that. Because, yeah, if you do it in Game 3, let's say, okay, and let's say you win the game. Now what? We have 4 games left, even if we're up 3-0, and now we're out without Joel Embiid. It makes zero sense. It's just completely illogical, you guys.
We had a mentality like to grind. We had a mentality of hard work. We had a mentality to show up, to be available every day. I wanted to come to practice because I wanted to practice with my teammates. I couldn't be over here looking on the side while they going hard. No, I'm coming here to practice because everybody else is practicing. I couldn't wait for practice. Like, nah, who I'm at today?
Real shit.
Like, who I'm at.
Real shit is right. I'm the exact same way, you guys. Even in work shit, you know, if somebody's putting work in, even if I'm on my break, I'm ending my break and I'm gonna go help them out. That's just who I am. That's what real leaders and real successful people are. Joel Embiid just is not that, you guys, and it's really sad. And I think even from the time since I was born, things were a lot like this, especially in professional sports. You know, pretty much everybody was grinding. There weren't really that many people as celebrities or influencers. And now, I would say most players, in the NBA at least, are more celebrities than basketball players. Even some of the most talented, and I'm not going to... James Harden, I'm just going to say it. Man, it hurts me so much, Harden, that you're a different person. You're a different player at the very least than you were with OKC, and that's sad, man. You guys, we don't really hear it much anymore, but Harden literally was if he had finished his career strong, like after Houston or towards the end of Houston, continued at a decent pace, not just falling off like he has, he would be in conversation for the best player of all time, offensively. That's not a joke, and it's just because he could do absolutely everything, and he was excellent at absolutely everything. You can't really say that about people. You know, some people are excellent scorers, excellent passers, excellent running pick and roll, excellent three-point shooters. Harden is excellent at everything, and that talent just doesn't exist, you know? If you took Russell Westbrook's enthusiasm and dedication to the game and put it on Harden, Harden would probably be a top 5 all-time player at this very moment. We'd be talking about Harden versus LeBron. Seriously. It's really sad, man. Really sad. Okay, this is very interesting. So, Paul Pierce is like, oh no, I'm gonna practice hard every day. It doesn't matter what I got coming up next. And KG's like, no, you can't do that. You have to pick your spots. If you're gonna go up against fucking whoever, LeBron the next day, yes, you need to. It's not even a question. Unless you are on performance enhancing drugs, and even then, you still must rest and recover. And it still takes time. You still have to sleep. You still have to eat. You still have to take the load off your body. Even if you're on all the performance enhancing drugs, your body still has to rest and recover. These people who just think you can be a cyborg are fucking psychotic. As grown adults, you should know better than that, and you should go do research to know better than that. That was something that I was doing when I was like 17, 18 years old, and then I had another very serious injury from not letting my body rest and recover. Paul Pierce, you should not be saying this shit, man. What the fuck are you thinking? And Paul Pierce talking about playing injured versus when you might be okay. So if you have a sprained ankle and you play when you can, not fully recovered though, you shouldn't play. If you're already in the NBA, if there's nothing on the line, if it's not a playoff game, don't play. The potential risk for re-injury is so much higher when you are already injured. Always get back to as close to 100% as you can before you put more wear and tear on your body. It's just common sense. You know what happens when you play injured? Even if it's your ankle, guess what? Your body naturally compensates with other muscles, other ligaments. And guess what happens? You get injured. You putting too much force or using those muscles and ligaments in ways that you're not used to or not intended to be using, and you get a serious injury. Always rest and recover. Always fully heal. And obviously, nothing is absolute. If you're in the NBA Finals, you obviously can't do that. Sometimes you got to play on a sprained ankle. You shouldn't, though. Always get as close to 100% as you can before you have to play again. Okay, and this is the final thing. Paul Pierce is just... This is just old head shit. You guys know it.
Oh, man. Listen, we fighting through screens. They switch.
I got that. Yeah.
They switch. We fighting through screens. I'm chasing Reggie Miller. Y'all just saying switch.
But in the league, hold on. In the league where you're not giving him a chance now, right? So now it's like Jeff Van Gundy. You want in practice or you want in the game?
Okay, and that was what I was previously talking about, the practice stuff. Paul Pierce, you should fucking know better, man. If you get hit up on a screen while you're chasing Reggie Miller, you're going to give up a wide open shot, or you're going to commit a defensive foul trying too hard to get over the screen. Switching is intelligent basketball. That is how you take away good shot opportunities and neutralize offensive plays that the other team is running. That's basic fucking common sense. And this is what I'm telling you guys. So you just can't, just because somebody was a great NBA player or a great whatever, anything, it doesn't mean their analysis and analytical skills are good enough to make true takes. I'm trying not to be too mean, but he's just completely wrong about that. And that's just basic basketball. That's just a basic understanding of game planning and how to play the best team defense as possible. It's crazy. But that's all I got for you guys. Take care. If you enjoyed, please just like the video if you did. If you would like to leave a comment saying that you enjoyed or you finished the video, I'd greatly appreciate that. As always, I look at all comments. Yeah. Take care, you guys.